The story of Conor McGregor, from the streets of Dublin to global fame. Introduction. A childhood that forged a fighter. Conor Anthony McGregor was born on July 14, 1988, in Dublin, Ireland, a city where life is tough and weakness is rarely forgiven. He grew up in Crumlin, a working-class neighborhood shaped by hard realities, street pressure, and constant competition for respect. From an early age, Conor learned how to stand his ground. As a child, he was often doubted, underestimated, even mocked. But every word of disbelief only fueled his inner fire. He first dreamed of becoming a footballer. Yet over time he realized his true calling lay elsewhere, in combat. Not only inside a cage, but against life itself. The main chapter. Betting everything on a dream. At 18, Conor committed himself to mixed martial arts. His life quickly became a cycle of brutal training sessions and early morning work as a plumber. Money was scarce. Comfort was non-existent. But what he lacked financially, he compensated for with absolute belief. Conor was already convinced of one thing: he would become a world champion. Eventually, he quit his job entirely, choosing uncertainty over security. Many called it irresponsible. He survived on government welfare, shared small apartments, and faced an unclear future. Yet instead of fear, Conor felt clarity. He trained relentlessly and visualized success, championship belts, sold-out arenas, and crowds chanting his name. Early in his professional career, he suffered losses that could have broken him. Instead, they sharpened him. He refined his striking, mastered timing and precision, and learned to dominate not just physically, but mentally. McGregor didn't fight to survive, he fought to impose his will. The UFC rise and the birth of a superstar. In 2013, Conor McGregor made his UFC debut. And it was immediately clear, this was no ordinary fighter. He spoke boldly, fought aggressively, and finished opponents with confidence. Each knockout built his legend. Each interview made him more polarizing. In 2015, he faced longtime featherweight champion Jose Aldo. The build-up was intense, months of verbal warfare, psychological pressure, and provocation. When the moment arrived, the fight ended in just 13 seconds. One perfectly timed strike changed history. McGregor became champion, delivering the fastest title fight finish the UFC had ever seen. In 2016, he achieved the unthinkable, becoming the first fighter in UFC history to hold two championship belts simultaneously, in different weight divisions. Conor McGregor was no longer just a fighter. He was a cultural phenomenon who reshaped the sport. The fall, fame, chaos, and inner conflict. But the top of the world is a dangerous place. With fame came money, temptation, and disorder. Losses, injuries, and controversies outside the cage began to overshadow his achievements. The boxing match against Floyd Mayweather brought unprecedented wealth, but it also distanced Conor from MMA. His returns grew more difficult. Every fight carried massive expectations. Losses now hurt more deeply, because the whole world was watching. Then came the devastating leg injury, a brutal reminder that even the most confident warriors are human. Conclusion. A legacy that changed the game. The story of Conor McGregor is not just the story of a champion. It is a story of ambition, belief, excess, and consequence. He proved that background does not define destiny, and that words can be as powerful as fists. Regardless of how his final chapter unfolds, McGregor's legacy is undeniable. He changed MMA forever, transforming fighters into global superstars and proving that greatness begins with the courage to dream louder than anyone else.